So everyone wants to know which credit cards are the best ones to get. But the real pros? They ask a totally different question. What order should you get them in? Today, we're going to map out the optimal strategy step by step, whether you're just starting out or you've already got a few cards in your wallet. Let's just dive right in. I want you to think about this like a strategy game. Seriously, there are rules, there are power-ups, and there is a very clear path to winning big with cashback and travel rewards. And this explainer? Well, this is your official guide to winning that game. Every great journey starts with a single step. For us, that first step is getting your very first credit card. This is absolutely crucial, especially if you have little to no credit history. It is the bedrock for everything that's going to come next. So, right from the get-go, you've got two main paths. If you're a student over 18, a student card is, hands down, your easiest ticket into the game. There's no deposit, and you start building that all-important credit right away. Now, if you're not a student, no worries. A secured card is the way to go. You just put down a small, refundable deposit that becomes your credit limit. It's a fantastic way to prove you're a responsible borrower. Here are a few top-tier picks to get you going. The Discover It student card is just awesome with its rotating 5% cashback categories. That means you get big rewards on different things like gas or groceries each quarter. The Chase Freedom Rise is another real winner, and it helps you build a relationship with Chase early on, which is key. And hey, if you go the secured route, both Discover and Capital One have some really solid options. Okay, listen up, because this is a non-negotiable rule. Your very first card must have no annual fee. Why? Because you are going to keep this card open forever. Seriously, it becomes the anchor for your credit history, and the age of your oldest account makes up about 15% of your credit score. A no-fee card is a completely free way to boost that score for years and years to come. All right, you've got your starter card, you've been using it responsibly for about a year. Now the real game begins. Everything we do from here on out revolves around one single, incredibly important rule from Chase Bank. This right here is the Chase 524 rule, and it basically dictates our entire strategy. To put it simply, if you open 5 or more personal credit cards in 24 months, and that's from any bank, Chase will automatically deny you. And trust me, you definitely want their cards. They offer some of the most valuable travel rewards out there. Let's actually see how this works in the real world. That student card you got a year ago? Yep, that's one slot. A new Amex Gold? That's your second. So now you're at 224. But look closely at that Chase Ink business card. Most business cards do not count towards your 524 status. And that, my friends, is a key loophole that we are absolutely going to use later. So, since we have to prioritize Chase because of this 524 rule, our next phase is all about building what's famously known as the Chase trifecta. This is arguably the best 3-card setup for any beginner who's looking to earn some serious rewards. Here's the order you want to follow. You start with the Freedom Unlimited. That's going to be your workhorse card for all your everyday spending. Then you wait about 3 months and you get the Sapphire Preferred. Now, this one is the key. It lets you combine points from all your Chase cards and transfer them to airlines and hotels, which makes them way more valuable. 3 months after that, you grab the Freedom Flex to just supercharge your earnings in those rotating categories. And why go through all this trouble? Well, the value is just huge. Just from the sign-up bonuses alone, you're looking at over 100,000 points. That's at least $1,000 in cash back. But remember that Sapphire card? It lets you transfer those points to airlines and hotels, which can easily double their value to over $2,000 for travel. It's an incredible return. Okay, so you've completed the trifecta. You're now at 424 with only one precious slot left before Chase locks you out. So what do? This is where we make the pro move that keeps you in the game. This is the secret weapon right here. See, most people think you need a huge corporation to get a business card, but that is just not true. The definition of a business is actually incredibly broad. If you do any of these things, you probably qualify. Driving for DoorDash, reselling stuff online, tutoring on the side, you can apply as a sole proprietor using your own name and social security number. All these little side hustles count as a business, making you eligible for some really powerful business credit cards. And here is the hack. You apply for Chase Ink business cards while you're at 424. Because they don't show up on your personal credit report, you can get approved, earn these massive sign-up bonuses, and stay at 424. This is how you keep racking up points without getting locked out by Chase. It's a game changer. So after mastering the whole Chase setup and using business cards to rack up a ton of points, you've reached a fork in the road. Now it's time to decide what you really want to optimize for. simple, straightforward cashback, or super high-value travel. This slide lays out your two options perfectly. Team Cashback is all about simplicity, right? Getting a nice, consistent return on your spending. Team Travel, on the other hand, is about maximizing every single point by using transfer partners. That means moving your points to airline and hotel programs to book things like business class flights and luxury stays. Both paths are great, but the strategies from here are very, very different. So if you're on Team Travel, here's your advanced roadmap. First, you're going to use that last 524 slot on a valuable Chase hotel or airline card, like one from Hyatt or United. Once you're officially over 524, it's time to move to other banks. The Capital One Venture X is a fantastic premium travel card to get next. Then you can pair it with the Saver One to boost your earnings on things like dining. After that, you can start exploring the American Express ecosystem. And speaking of Amex, here is a critical pro tip. You always get the American Express Gold Card before the Platinum Card. Amex has what they call a once-per-lifetime rule on their sign-up bonuses, and their system often considers Platinum Card holders ineligible for the Gold Card's bonus. So getting the Gold first makes sure you can get the welcome offer on both cards. With Amex, order is everything. And this chart really just puts the why into perspective. Standard earning with a debit card or a basic credit card, it barely moves the needle. A focused cashback strategy? That's a solid upgrade. But a strategic travel point strategy where you optimize sign-up bonuses in the right order, that delivers exponentially more value from the exact same spending. Look, this framework we just went over is a super powerful guide, but it's not the only way to do things. Your journey is going to be unique. It'll be tailored to your spending habits and your goals. So use these rules in this order as your foundation, but from here, the adventure is all yours.